J-Dub, what's up? Chi-Town Breaks, what's up? Grandma Ducky, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Never seen you in here before. Thank you for showing up. Somehow my rod holder got all out of place here. I don't know if somebody else has been fishing this area. I mean, it's very possible. It's a great area. Oh, what is going on? Oh, guys, we got us a little catfish. I think he's snagged. I don't see how he's hooked. He's got to be snagged. We got us a little catfish, a little channel cat. Little old channel cat. Woo! Little old channel cat. He's just a baby, guys. He is just a baby. He ain't even big enough to be out eating at this time of day. Or hell, that's probably why he's out eating at this time of day. He ain't big enough to come out at night and eat. He'll get messed up by all them other fishes. Gotta love the fishes because they're so delicious. Oh man, wasting our dang time on a channel cat. Give me just a minute here, guys, to get him unhooked. I'll show you what we caught. You hold still. Little slippery little bugger. Damn you. Hold on, guys. Give me just a second. Bear with me here. He is hooked in a funny way. There we go. I got him now. Man, guys, I had a hell of a time getting the hook out of him. Hell of a time. Can you see that? Just a little channel cat. Here, I'll come down here with them. Little channel catfish. Just a little tiny guy. But man, I had a hell of a time getting the hook out of him. Let's put him back. Oh. let go of me and I'll let you go. There he goes. He didn't want to let go, man. Something about them channel cats, man, when they bite down on you, they just don't want to let go. Yeah, he wasn't even big enough to be out here, guys. He wasn't even big enough to be out here. Oh, snap. He needs to go hang out with mommy and daddy. He's just a young little buck. I was hoping to catch his uncle. You know what I'm saying, guys? We want them big ones. Oh, look at him, guys. Look at him. He made old Philly boy bleed. He made old Philly boy bleed. All right, let's get baited back up and get back in the water. I'll read some comments from you guys. We're not going for catfish, guys. We're going for carp. Catfish don't fight hard enough. Carp fight hard. I want a fish that's going to let me know he's on the end of my line. That catfish, he was just a tiny little MFer. Man, I had trouble getting the hook out of his mouth, though. He was hooked freaking real weird, guys. The hook was like, I don't know if they call it a double hook or what, but he was hooked kind of funny. Yeah, let me get baited back up here and get back in the water. We'll catch us another one. Hopefully a carp and not a catfish. Alrighty, toss it back out. Alrighty. What did I miss? Joe Jack, what's up? We just got a little tiny, probably a little 12-inch channel catfish. Couldn't have been much more than 12 inches, I wouldn't think. No, the water's not too dirty to eat the fish. You could eat the fish out of here. Lots of people do. I just don't like killing things that don't need to be killed. Now, if I was starving and it was the apocalypse, that fish would be on my plate. Yeah, I think carp fight harder than catfish, guys, to be honest. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. That was unintentional. Did you guys, was I able to get that fish on camera, guys? Or did you guys not really see him? Got him right in the frame, Chi-Town? Yeah, bullheads will do that, Grandma Ducky, but, I mean, they're not very big, so you could just jerk them right out. The real Jordan Wapner. What is this? We have an impersonator here? We have a JW impersonator in this mofo? Yeah, largemouths will fight if they got some size to them, Chi-Town, no doubt. Hey, Phil, what's going on? Guys, if you're not subscribed to Everything Spicy and you like watching interesting internet content, go ahead and go grab his channel, guys. He has these panels on. They all eat hot peppers. It's a good time. It really is. I'm not just saying that, but I honestly watch it, and he'll tell you I'm in his room all the time. It's a great room. If you like watching people get their mouth burnt to crap, check out Everything Spicy, man. They're eating reapers left and right. And popping reapers like breath mints, guys. And if you guys don't know what a Carolina Reaper is, then you really need to head over there and check it out. It is officially recognized by the Guinness Book of World Record currently as the hottest pepper in the world. But that will be changing soon. But it's still no joke. Still no joke at all. "4'7" gill shark. That is a heck of a catch, Grandma Ducky. Aren't gill sharks pretty rare? I didn't think you see a lot of gill sharks around. I can't believe that little tiny catfish made me bleed. Even the big ones don't make me bleed usually, but the big ones also don't latch on and not let go. That guy didn't want to let go. And then when I put him in the water, he had a hold of my finger and he shook his head and like tried to jerk my finger off before he took off. It was pretty funny. He was mad at me for sure. And I mean, I don't blame him. I put a hook in his face, but I was mad at him too. He wasn't what I was trying to catch. You know, guys, don't you hate that when you're out fishing for, you know, a fish and you catch another fish that you're not trying for? And then when you go and try and catch that fish, you just can't catch it? It's fishing life, guys. But I'm grateful for anything I get. I'm grateful for that catfish. He was a good one. Wasn't very much fun, but he was a good one. Gosh, we're getting a real nasty glare here, aren't we? Man, this, This photo angle's not great for the time of day that I'm fishing at, guys. And my camera's a real piece of junk. Maybe I'll just point you guys over that way, I guess. Give you a... save you on that terrible, terrible glare. Really, Chi-Town Breaks? Yeah, guys, everybody grab everybody, guys. Show each other some love. Some hobby love, some YouTube love, whatever you want to call it. Whatever kind of love you guys want to get out. I'm using a homemade pack bait, Grandma Ducky. It is 1 part strawberry gelatin, 1 part panko breadcrumbs, and 1 part white hominy. And I pack it around my sinker and I pack it around my hook. Phil, I don't think you'd catch any fish with a reaper, Phil. And if you did, that would be one mad fish. Man, that would be a catfish I would not want to deal with. Catfish are mean enough when you pull. A lot of times catfish are pretty mean when you pull them out of the water. I wouldn't want a catfish with a reaper in his mouth. And then if he bites your finger and he cuts you open and you got some reaper juice on your cut, I imagine that would make for a bad day, Phil. This lack of action we're getting, guys, is a little troubling. I don't get it. Maybe I need to cast back out in a different spot. You guys seen how long the first one took. I mean, it's usually just a couple minutes and I usually have a fish. So my bait either got stolen or we're hung up in a snag or something and can't see no action, can't feel the action on the pole. Fishing with the reaper. Smuggler the Snuggler's even laughing, guys. Shout out to my boy Smuggler. He's supposed to be making some more content here. Or at least, as I understand it, if I heard correctly today, he's supposed to be bringing us some more content coming soon. So keep your eyes open for that, guys. Yeah, I heard you talking about a kayak, and I heard you saying you didn't have, or stickers wouldn't work for you because you use different kayaks and stuff. But I'm sure you'll probably just get a head mount or whatever for your GoPro, or a chest plate, or a head mount. I don't know what they're actually called. I don't own a GoPro, but I asked my mom and my girlfriend for a GoPro for Christmas. So hopefully once winter gets here and we start doing some ice fishing, hopefully we can get some great content with the GoPro. I just got a couple of really little bites. Really, really small bites, guys. But yeah, I'm trying to get me a GoPro too, Smuggler, and rig it up to a head mount and give you guys first-person fishing action. Like all the official, you know, like all the real channels do. My channel's just, you know, a BS, IRL, Browns, you know, multi-faceted channel. But I do want to make better fishing content, which means, you know, giving you guys a first-person view, you know, of the water and me fighting the fish and all of that good stuff. All right, JJZ, that's your one time to post about your thing, man. Don't post it again or you will be timed out. This is not a come sell your break channel. This is a come hang out and chit chat channel. That's fine that you posted it, but, you know, don't be spamming the chat. I know you're young, you know, so don't be spamming the chat with it. But other than that, you're completely fine, man. Oh, an S8 with the tripod? Okay. Man, that sounds like a... You're good, dude. Just don't spam it, man. You're totally good. Just don't be dropping it all the time, because, you know, I'm trying to, you know, keep up with the chat and fish at the same time, so I don't need, you know, just stuff, you know, posting in. And like Chi-Town said, you definitely should have asked first, but that's all right, man. Like I said, you're good. Just don't do it again. But Smuggler, man, that sounds like a dangerous game, brother. I would not want to drop an S8, you know, in some water, man. That sounds like a dangerous game you're playing. Any of you guys gonna watch the Monday Night Football game tonight? I mean... Oh, okay. But even then, Smuggler, you're gonna be in some pretty deep water, man. Does the life-proof case float? Because, dude, even if it sank, man, you would have a heck of a time finding it. But I'm assuming it floats, I'm assuming. Oh, tied up. Okay, heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's a good idea, man. And you'll get some really good video, too, if it's an S8. I mean, this is an S7 we're recording on now, but my screen's so broken and cracked up and messed up. That's why the picture quality's so bad. It doesn't have a lens on it no more. It's got scratches on the actual, you know, lens, but it doesn't have a lens protector. No, it's not a huge game, JJZ. I'm a Browns fan, so it's a huge game for me. But, I mean, realistically, I'm not even that excited about it because the Jets are missing several star players. They're missing their future franchise quarterback. They're missing a couple people on their line. They're missing a couple defensive studs. I mean, the Jets are just injury ravaged right now, so I'm not as excited as I would be to play a fully healthy Jets team. However, we're the frickin' Browns, dude. We find a way to lose anything and everything. So, you know, when you're a Browns fan, dude, I mean, anything could happen. Le'Veon will play, I believe. I don't see Le'Veon not playing. But yeah, when you're a Browns fan, man, you learn to realize you could lose to anybody. Anything's possible. You could lose to a high school football team. So I'm not counting this as a for sure win, but I do expect to win this game for sure. All right, Phil, thanks for stopping by, man. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you in your next stream, my friend. Oh, yeah, Super, no doubt. Don't get me wrong. It's a must-win game. Absolutely. Absolutely a must-win game. I'm just not super stoked for it because, like I said, we're playing a banged-up team. You know, I want to see what the Browns can do against somebody who's decent. And we found out week one that we couldn't do much. So, you know, I want to see us, you know, play somebody who's going to be competitive, you know, and be fighting for a playoff spot again. You know, I mean, I just... It's early in the season, but I just don't anticipate the Jets fighting for a playoff spot with, you know, everything that's happened with their team this year. But I want to see us go against high caliber and get a win. But, I mean, we're going to have that week 3, week 4, week 5. You know, we're going to have that several games in a row. So I guess it would be good to actually, you know, just... You know, don't go out and try and be flashy. Don't go out and try and, you know, blow the brakes off the other team. Play fundamentally sound football. I don't want 18 penalties for almost 200 yards. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, just play fundamentally sound football. You know, you don't have to go out there and be flashy and try and get OBJ 100 yards and, you know, try and get Landry 100 yards and try and get Chubb 100 yards and try and get Baker 500 yards. Just go out there, play fundamentally sound football, and win the game. I feel like week 1, they were trying to be too flashy, trying to get, you know, everybody amped up, you know, or something. Like, they bought into the hype. You know, like, we didn't run the ball at all week 1. That makes zero sense to me when your line is not very good. You know, so that's my thoughts on the Browns. I mean, I just don't have a lot of confidence. Ken, Phil, how you guys doing, guys? Miku Tube, hello, how are you? But it is a must-win game. You know, our schedule's going to get tough here coming up. I think we have, no, Chi-Town, that was on a different set of tracks, Chi-Town. But I believe, what was I going to say? Yeah, I believe it's a must-win, like I said. We've got, you know, the Rams and the Patriots and, you know, division rivals and stuff coming up soon. You know, we have to prove that we can win, you know, play winning football. You know, we got beat so bad week 1. You know, it really is a must-win. I know it's ridiculous to say that any game is a must-win in week 2 of the regular season. But it is a must-win game. It really is. Super's right. This is not a grow stream, Miku. This is a fishing stream. Where are you at, Ken? The Pats dynasty should be coming to an end, but it doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Breaks and stuff, what's going on? How you doing? South Alabama, yeah, I've heard a lot of people complaining about how hot it's been. You are not the only one. Guys, I'm going to check my bait. There's no way we shouldn't have a fish yet. I'm going to check my bait. There ain't no bait on there. None. You know, I tell you guys every stream, I always tell you guys, if you don't have no bait on your hook, you ain't gonna catch no fish. That's your fishing lesson for today, guys. Deafness 45 just went live with his walk vlog. For any of you guys who are interested in that, I know Deafness is pretty big in this community. If I wasn't live streaming, I'd be in there watching it. So I just wanted to make you guys aware that Deafness went live for his walk vlog. If you guys go over there, tell him Fishing with Phil sent you. Trying to get my hook baited back up, and then we'll get back in the water. We'll catch us at least one carp. I don't figure it's too late in the day. And then after we get a carp, we'll probably go home and get ready for this Browns game. Yeah, J-Dub, it's a pack bait. It's 1 part panko, 1 part strawberry gelatin, and 1 part white hominy. I'm gonna turn you guys back this way since that, you know, the majority of that bad glare has gone to pass. Hey, Carolina Bass Hunter, what's going on, man? How are you, my friend? Did you ever figure out your live stream thing that you were trying to get figured out? Give me just a second here, guys. I seem to have misplaced my pliers. I like to have those handy when I catch a fish. I don't like them to be missing. Oh, pliers, where did you go? Well. Oh, come on. Okay, I found them. Alrighty, we're set. We're ready. Oh, you haven't tried yet, Carolina Bass Hunter? But yeah, I'm doing good. We got us a little channel cat. Pretty small, all things considered. I mean, realistically, very small, all things considered. But it's still a fish. Not what we're going for. We're trying to chase carp again. I wanted to use the rest of this bait that I had made up. But so far, no carp. We got a channel catfish, and then we got our bait stolen. But I'm hoping here real soon, you know, we can get a channel cat, or a carp. Not a channel cat, a carp. Or, I mean, I would take a decent sized channel cat if it's decent sized. I just don't like, you know, catching the real small ones. They're not, you know, any fun really. Kelsey, what are you doing in here, baby love? That's my girlfriend, guys. Joester, what's up, buddy? Congrats on the mantle, my friend. I hope you enjoy that card. I'm sure you will. You can go live on your phone, you just haven't. Small channel cat. Yeah, Ken, they always say the best catfish are the small ones. I have often heard that you don't really want to eat the bigger ones, you know? You just want to eat the small ones. Frank's Card Corner, how you doing, brother? Good to see you in here. Kelsey, we're not fishing for a muskie, but we just had a really, really nice carp hit. Oh! This carp's about to get hooked, guys. He's messing around. Oh, there's a fish on there, I think, guys. Oh, man, we missed him. I got a feeling he got my bait, though, so we're going to pull it in. Yeah, I got my bait. That was a carp right there, guys. I could tell just by watching the rod. That was a carp hit right there. I missed him. I mean, I should have just left it out there until it bent all the way over. But I got impatient because he was hitting it so much, so frequently, that I was, you know, kind of secretly hoping that I could just hook him instead of letting him hook himself. But I missed it. So we're going to get baited back up real fast and get back out there. But yeah, sweetie, I'm not fishing for muskie, baby love. There is muskie in here, honey, but I'm not fishing for him. Although I should. I should start. Brian, what's going on, man? We caught a small channel cat, Brian. Very small channel cat. Right at the very beginning of the stream. If you wanna see it, back it up to maybe like the 3-minute mark, maybe. All right, let's get back out in this water, guys. Get us one of these carp. Accomplish the mission of the day. The sun's heading down. It's getting a little bit late for the carp bite, but never say never. We just had one nibbling on it. So if we can get back out there, we could probably get another one nibbling on it. You're silly, babe. What are you eating for dinner anyway? I had some of that pizza. I actually ate 5 pieces of that pizza today, Kelsey. Hungry for some catfish now, Ken? I've only had catfish a couple times. And you know, it's like from the big name like restaurants like Cracker Barrel and stuff. But, you know, catfish is a whole different animal when you pull it out of the river and fillet it and fry it up for yourself. And I've never had one of those. So technically, I've never had real catfish. Oh, you had pizza too? Belgrade says catfish, Kelsey. You have catfish farms, Ken? That's crazy. Dude, guys, I used to love catching catfish. Like, catching a catfish used to be like an enjoyable thing for me, man. But ever since I found these carp, the catfish just do not compare, guys. The carp fight so much harder than the catfish do. And like, I never believed that was true. Like, I've heard people say, oh, carp fight harder than catfish, but I never believed it. And I always liked fishing for catfish. But man, since I've started catching these carp, man, and I've had such a hard time catching these carp, I mean, I don't even like to fish for catfish anymore. You know, if I catch them when I'm fishing for catfish, you know, okay, cool. Or if I catch catfish when I'm fishing for carp, you know, okay, cool. But realistically, I like catching the carp. Yeah, Ken, for sure, man. Have I cooked any carp? No, Smuggler, I've never eaten carp. But there's lots of countries around the world that, you know, do eat carp, and they love it. But, you know, in America, we don't really eat carp as much because no matter how you fillet a carp, there's going to be Y bones in your fish. And, you know, typically in America, we just don't prefer food with bones in it. You know, they're real big across seas, like over in Europe and Asia and stuff, and in India, but, you know, we just don't eat a lot of carp here in America because the Y bones. No, just one pole, Joester. Just one pole. Big Mike came in here. Hey, what's up, Big Mike? No, I know people eat carp in America, but it's just not as popular over here as it is in other countries. I mean, it's pretty hard. Hey, Alan, what's up, brother? It's pretty hard to give away carp here in America, man. There's just not a lot of people that eat it. Like I said, I mean, I know there's people that do, but it's typically it's other fish that are, you know, a lot bigger. Yeah, I would say that tilapia is 100,000 times more popular than carp, if that's possible. Alan, dude, I waited the other night I was at that thing, Alan. I waited until they closed, until like 2:30 in the morning, dude, until it was over. They never once played an Alkaline Trio song. I was so mad. I mean, I could have been outside smoking and missed it, but I was so mad, dude. I was waiting on it and it never happened. Oh, we're getting a bite. We're getting a bite. We're getting a bite. We're getting a bite. He let go. If nothing else hits that in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to reel it in and check for bait. I'm going to give it 5 minutes and then I'm going to check it because I got a feeling my bait got stolen. All right, Jordan, thanks for stopping in, my friend. I appreciate you, brother. Damn, I said brother. I appreciate you, man, Jordan. You take care. You have a good one, man. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, if you guys don't have Ken, grab Ken. Ken's a good guy. It's Mao. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming in. We caught a little tiny, like maybe 12 to 15 inch channel cat. And obviously we're getting bites, but we haven't got no fish yet. Besides the little channel cat. Really, really small little channel cat. For half a second, I thought he might have been a bullhead. He was so small. Fishing for carp today. It's Mao. Fishing for carp and catching catfish by mistake. But I mean, I'll catch anything that bites, to be honest. Unless it's a big old soft shell turtle, I don't like messing with them. Or obviously a snapping turtle, I don't like messing with them either. EJUBU, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Nini and Young's vlog is a great place to be. It's a great place to hang out. I would recommend it to anybody. But welcome and thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. You do a lot of fishing in Australia? What are you catching over there in Australia? Yeah, I hear that, Alan. That's how it is on the live stream, man. You just got to pick your feet up and keep going forward, I guess. Yeah, EJUBU, I have a buddy who comes in here. He pretty much watches everything I put out. His name's Lethal Outdoors. And he also is from Australia, and he told me the same thing, man. I think that's crazy, but, you know, it's laws are laws, man. You got to follow the laws. Mike Indian's car, dude, what's up, my friend? How you doing, Mike? Good to see you in here. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, snapping turtle is good eating, Brian, but getting them unhooked is not a lot of fun. Where are you at? It's Mao. Freshwater, catch a lot of perch and cod. Okay, I've never caught a cod. Never fished for one either. Okay, pike. I love there's pike in here in this river you're looking at, Mao. There's pike in here. I just haven't I haven't gone fishing for them, but I've visually seen them with my own eyes. So they are in here. And at a different spot on this same river, about 30 miles away down by Massillon, Ohio, it's great pike fishing. I mean, you know, you go down there, you're going to catch a pike every single day. That's just how, you know, how abundant they are in this water. Yeah, I know it's an invasive species, smuggler. But I mean, the common carp was an invasive species here in the United States too, but it's not anymore. You know, now it's recognized as a naturalized species. So, I mean, it just goes to show, you know, things can change. But Asian carp are invasive species over here. Scotland, man, that's crazy. Welcome, Mao, man. I appreciate you coming in all the way from Scotland, brother. That's huge. Yeah, Mike Indians, man, when I opened up the mailbox and I seen a package from Uncle Russo, dude, I mean, it made my face light up, man. The only thing that I'm bummed out about, dude, and like, I don't care really, because the whole point is that they're from Uncle Russo. That's what makes them special. I was never, ever going to sell them anyway. But, dude, the post office messed those cards up so bad. Like, I don't know if you could tell by looking at the envelope how mishandled that package was. But literally, the corners on those cards were literally bent. Post office. And like I said, it doesn't matter. The point is they're from Uncle Russo and they're going in the PC. You know, I'd never sell them, but man, dude, the post office ruined those damn cards. And it, you know, it did irritate me. But at the same time, you know, like I said, the point of it is they're from Russo. You know, so I don't care if they're ripped in 5. You know, they're still going in the PC. You know what I'm saying? $10 for snakehead? No snakeheads here in this water, Mao, but we got them up in Lake Erie. Guys, I think I'm going to check that bait. I said if we didn't get no more action, I'd check it. Simple fact of the matter is there was a fish out there eating on it. So if I'm getting those little nibbles and I don't hook a fish and I don't have any more little nibbles, chances are we don't have no bait. So I'm going to go ahead and check it, guys. You guys chat amongst yourselves. Alan, thanks for stopping in, dude. I appreciate you, brother. Heck yeah, you guys all check each other out. Yeah, Kelsey, baby love, we got a little channel catfish when the stream first started, but he was so small, I wouldn't even really consider him a catch. But yeah, we got us a channel catfish, babe. We're going to try and get us a carp. But I love you, and I'll talk to you as soon as I'm done with my stream here, honey. All right, let's check this bait, guys. Nope. Nope. They're stealing my bait, guys. They're stealing my bait. They be stealing my bait, Johnny. Alright, guys. I'm going to bait this one up really good this time. And we're going to try and get us a carp. It's getting late in the day. If we catch a carp at this point, that would be a huge, huge success. It's just so late in the day, guys, it's going to be difficult. You know, those carp like to feed when the sun's out high in the sky. If you guys don't know anything about carp fishing, when the sun's out, you got a shot. If the sun's not out, your shot decreases dramatically. All right, guys, we got this one baited up real good. And hopefully this is the one who does it. Hopefully. Because I am getting tired of not getting a hook in them. You know, we're getting the bites. They're interested in the bait. We just have not yet been able to get a hook in them. You know, and the goal, obviously, is always to get a hook in the fish, you know? If you don't get a hook in them, you failed. So, let's try and accomplish this mission and get us a nice carp here. Something's already attacking the bait. Something has already moved the bait and put my line really where I didn't want it to be, but that's okay. We'll go with it. Caught a small catfish, Big Mike. Was it another one of them little yellow bullheads you're always catching? Using the homemade pack bait, Big Mike. The homemade pack bait. You haven't gone fishing in 2 weeks? Well, why not, Mike? You just been that busy, or something else been going on? Oh, too many people. I see, Big Mike, I see. Yeah, I don't like to fish when it's real crowded either, Big Mike. You know, I prefer to do my fishing in solitary. In solitude, I guess. But sometimes, man, sometimes you got to get out and fish right next to mofos. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I have not fished for, I've never fished for walleye, Mike. But there's walleye in here, brother. There's walleye in here, Mike. Yeah, walleye is some of the best eating there is, Big Mike. Nothing really compares to a walleye, man. Go up to Lake Erie, take the boat out, take the 40-footer out, snag you up 4 or 5 walleye, come home, fry them up. There's not really a lot that's better than that, Big Mike, to be honest. Makes me miss my grandpa, man. My grandpa passed away in 2001, 3 days before September 11th. And I was only, what, 12, 13 years old in 01, and makes me miss him, you know, because we always used to take the 40-footer out to Lake Erie, and he'd be catching walleye, and we'd take them home, we'd fry them up, and we'd eat them. Can't wait till striper season, Brian. I've never caught a striper. To be honest with you, I've never caught one. Never fished for them. And I don't think we have striper up here. Striper's a saltwater fish, correct, Brian? It's a just a white meat fish. Going places. It doesn't have a strong flavor. If I had to compare it to something, I'd say like tilapia on crack. Like, it's obviously like way better, but it's not. It's a very, very flavorless fish. It's good white meat fish. It's a clean fish, you know. It's not real. It's not a fishy fish. It pretty much tastes like what you make it taste like, pretty much. Okay, yeah, I've seen them. I've seen people catch them before. Oh, there's a carp right by my bait, guys, I think. But my rod's not moving. But I've seen people catch them on YouTube, Brian. But, that's all shore fishing. Is that what you do? You fish from the shore? And just cast out in the waves? Dude, you guys want to talk about good eating, man. I went to this Asian restaurant once, and I ordered the Chilean sea bass. It was by far, above and beyond, by far the best fish I've ever eaten. I mean, it was absolutely delicious, guys. If you haven't had Chilean sea bass and you get to a restaurant and they have it on the menu, I would recommend trying it, because it is delicious. Okay, Brian, that's cool, yeah. I mean, I love boat fishing. Obviously, I don't have a boat. But, there's a 21-mile lake on the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania called Pymatuming Lake. And you can rent a pontoon boat there all day long from sunup till sundown for like, I don't know, $100. And I used to do that quite frequently when I had a bunch of money. But the only thing I'd catch, you know, was a buzz. You know, I'd go out with the 30-pack and a tackle box full of marijuana. And man, the only thing I'd come back with was a buzz. The only thing I'd catch was a buzz. But I know there's great fish in there. I would mostly cruise around and get drunk, you know, to be honest. I did throw my pole in the water somewhat, you know, but I wasn't actually very persistent, you know, on catching fish out there. But there's some great fish out there, man. There's some huge muskie in there. Yeah, there's some great fish in there. Grouper and red snapper. I think it would be hard pressed to catch a grouper. A Goliath grouper, I think you'd be hard pressed to catch. Red snapper, I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming Chilean sea bass just refers to the area where it was caught, which would be a bass caught off the coast of Chile, I'm assuming. But I'm sure it's the same thing, Brian, I'm sure, I think. Isn't what where the nuclear power plant is, Big Mike? What nuclear power plant you talking about, brother? Oh, Sandusky? Old Bessie? Old Bessie's out by Sandusky. That's nowhere near me. That's nowhere near me, Big Mike. Oh, no, you mean 3 Mile Island. Yeah, 3 Mile Island's in PA, but no, I don't think it's by that, Big Mike. I don't think so. I've never actually seen that, Big Mike. I've only driven through Pennsylvania, never did a whole lot of exploring. I went there and fished, but that was about it. Yeah, Chi-Town, I suspect everybody went over and checked out Deafness, and that's what I want them to do. I wouldn't have encouraged my stream to go check them out if I didn't want you guys to actually go. But yeah, man, I hope everything's going well with Deafness, man. Deafness was on a flip last night. He was talking about how Kirk Cousins doesn't suck and how stats back up facts, and he was all mad at me because, I'm like, yeah, Kirk Cousins stinks so bad I could smell him in Ohio. He went on this huge thing defending his boy Kirk Cousins, and I didn't argue with him because, it's Deafness. I don't want to argue with him. But he's like, stats back up facts. Tell me one other quarterback that's threw for 4,000 yards and a 70.1% completion percentage. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, tell me one quarterback who has a 5-26 record against winning teams. Kirk Cousins' record against teams above 500, just teams above 500. They could be 1-0, they could be 4-3. But Kirk Cousins' career record against teams above 500 is a whopping 5 for 26. The guy doesn't win big games. So, I mean, I obviously wasn't going to say that because I didn't want it to turn into an argument. I love Deafness. But Kirk Cousins does stink, guys. He really does stink. He's unproven. The guy's never won a playoff game in his career. He's 5-26 against winning teams. Wow. Wow, that was a big bite. That was a huge bite. That should have been a carp right there, guys. All right, I'm going to bait this back up. I'll be right back, guys. That should have been a huge carp right there. He dang near jerked my pole in the water. He dang near pulled my pole off. Dang near caught me carp, man. He's trying to pull my pole off in the water. Big Mike, sometimes that happens, brother. I caught a bluegill the other day, Big Mike. It was just a medium-sized bluegill. I caught him on a 3/0 circle hook, dude. I don't know how the hell he even got the hook in his mouth, let alone ended up getting hooked by it. It would be quite an impossible thing to do, dude, for sure. But yeah, bluegill are crafty, man. They're great at stealing bait. I have no idea what bridge tunnels are, Brian. All right, Mike Indians. Thanks for stopping in, brother. I appreciate you, man. You know you're my brother from another mother. All right, Ken. Take care, man. Thanks for stopping in, Ken. Appreciate you, my dude. Sometimes bluegill, man, sometimes bluegill get so thirsty for that bait. You know, sometimes they want that bait so bad, you know, you'd be surprised what you catch them on. You know, I've seen bluegill swallow stuff that they're going to die trying to eat it. You know, they'll choke on it. Caught him on a treble hook. I don't like fishing with treble hooks, Big Mike, but, you know, to each their own. I don't like them, but if you like them, more power to you, my friend. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. But, yeah, man, Kirk Cousins, man, his record in big-time games, like, dude, his record in primetime football games, like Monday Night Football, Sunday afternoon, you know, primetime games, he has a terrible primetime record. He has a terrible away record. He has a terrible win-loss percentage against winning teams. He has a terrible postseason record. I mean, dude, like, realistically, like, you can sit here and say, oh, 4,000 yards, 70% completion percentage. That's great. That's fine and dandy. I don't care if my quarterback has 100 yards all season. I want somebody to win when we get in a big-time game. I want a quarterback who's going to win when we get in the postseason. And that's just simply not Kirk Cousins, guys. Kirk Cousins is pretty bad. Lots of stats and statistics and facts to back it up. You know, so I don't know where that came from, but I love my boy Deafness, man. But don't ever try and tell him Kirk Cousins sucks, because he'll go off on you. He will go off on you. Oh, man. Oh, snap. Well, guys, it's getting late here. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. And I'm going to go on home and watch this Browns game. I was going to do a Browns reaction stream, but my phone's on 41%. Man, I don't know if I'm actually going to do it. I would never be able to make it through the whole thing with a full battery. I'd get cut off halfway through. But I'll probably still fire it up and, you know, do a little bit of a Browns reaction stream. The last Browns reaction stream I did got 850 views. So, I mean, for 850 views, I'd do just about anything, I suppose. You guys have seen my tits more than half you guys seen your wives' tits lately, you know, so you guys know how I roll. If it gets the views, I'll put it out there. Mike Brown Breaks, what's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. All right, Big Mike, take care, brother. We'll see you when you get home. Or be safe going home, or something along those lines. You've caught bluegill on styrofoam going places? Yeah, Big Mike, man, I hope you're still in here. Treble hook's not going to help you catch that carp, Big Mike. Treble hook is not going to help at all. He said, I haven't seen any boobs in a long time. But yeah, guys, we're going to give it a few more minutes here and then call it a day. I think the carp are about full. I've fed them enough. They stole my bait enough. But we didn't strike out. We did get us a little tiny channel cat. You know, and I guess a little tiny channel cat's better than nothing at all. But I was hoping to end the day with a nice, decent carp, I was hoping. What time is it? 7:08. I don't think the Browns play till 8:30. So if I can get my phone on the charger at 7:30, I would be good for the stream, but that would mean I'd have to leave like right now, and I'm just not doing it. I'll leave at 7:30 and give my phone a half hour to charge. 7:30, I should be back home by 7:45. Have my phone plugged in till 8:30. That should give me dang near full battery to do the live reaction stream. Man, guys, I hope Bobby Catalano's okay. I hope Bobby Junkwax is doing all right. I haven't seen her around at all. And that's not like Bobby to just disappear. I mean, I suppose she could have said something and I missed it. But man, I hope she's all right. Same thing with Like Father, Like Son. I haven't seen him either. And these are people I see on a regular basis, you know? Haven't seen him anywhere. You know, makes me worry about him a little bit. Yeah, it is weird, Brian. Like I said, Bobby is normally in everybody's stream. She's in 100% of mine, like 100% of the time. And I haven't seen her in anybody's. Like, even if she was mad at me, I'd see her somewhere else. Which I don't think she's mad at me. But, yeah, I haven't seen her upload no content either. You know, and like I said, she's really, really everywhere. I mean, it's hard to go into a stream and not get, you know, told hello by Bobby. Hey, Maple Street, what's going on? How's your white worms doing, brother? And they getting big and fat? Coming on strong, that's what I like to hear. KC Nation, my brother, what's going on, dude? Good to see you in here, man. I hope you and your old lady and your kids are all doing well. I've been sending lots of prayers out your guys' way. I haven't forgot about you guys. I pray for you all the time. And I hope you guys are doing okay. That being said, the fishing's okay. We caught a little channel cat at the very beginning of the stream. But, I mean, he was just so small. You know, I wouldn't even consider, you know, it is a catch, but he was just real small. Yeah, we've got a couple bites, and we've got one really big, you know, good bite that was definitely a carp. But we haven't caught any carp. We've only caught one small channel catfish. But lots of interest tonight, lots of interest in the bait. The bait is a homemade pack bait, Maple Street. It's 1 part panko, 1 part strawberry gelatin, and 1 part white hominy. I'm just packing it around my weight and then slipping some hominy on the hook and packing some more pack bait around it. And I'm fishing with a 5/0 circle hook. Oh, okay, KC Nation. I appreciate you letting me know, man. If you talk to her again, you know, tell her I was worried about her. You know, tell her we love her and we miss her already. You know, I mean, I don't know how long she's been gone, but it seems like I noticed immediately, you know? So, you know, it's just not the same when she's not around. You know, we notice when she's gone. No, there's no rules on the hooks we use, Smuggler. And my hook definitely has a barb on it, definitely. But yeah, there's no rules. I mean, I'm sure there are rules. I don't think you can go too crazy. But realistically, Smuggler, there's not very many rules. I see people, you know, set up with rigs with 4 and 5 hooks on them. You know, 4 or 5 barb hooks on them, you know. It just depends on what kind of rig you're using. But as far as I know, there's not very many restrictions or limitations. That's why I had so much trouble getting that channel cat that we hooked earlier. I had a difficult time getting him unhooked. And it's because the barb had set in so deep. You know, the barb set in pretty good on him. And when you sink a barb into a fish, you have to wiggle it to get the hook out. And he had it buried deep in him, you know, and I was wiggling, but it still wouldn't slip out. But yeah, we're allowed to use hooks with barbs. Bobby the Duck Lady? No, Bobby Catalano, Maple Street. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but she changed her name to Bobby Junkwax, and she lives in Florida. She takes cool videos of alligators, snakes, birds eating fish. She takes cool wildlife videos while she's out on her walks. And she subs to everybody. She's very friendly to everybody. She says hello to everybody. You know, she's a big supporter of a lot of people in this community. You know, I don't know a single soul that doesn't love Bobby Catalano. You know, she's huge. You know, she's absolutely an amazing person. Yeah, Brian, I sure am, Brian. I sure am, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that, Brian. Yeah, Casey. Well, Crazy didn't have an auction today, but he said he'll be back at it tomorrow, he said. But yeah, I'm glad Bobby's okay as well. Yeah, KC Nation, I'm not sure if you're familiar with my situation, but I don't have a job, and I'm not on any form of welfare, so, you know, monetarily, you know, I can't really do anything for anybody, but I've definitely been, you know, sending prayers and, you know, well wishes your guys' way. You know, unfortunately, that's about all I could do. You know, and I don't even have much of a card collection built up right now to sell. You know, I've done that before. You know, I've sold off my cards, you know, to raise some money and then donated that money. But unfortunately, right now, I don't even have a huge card collection to donate to, you know, auction off. So, you know, it's rough, you know, when you know that people in your community are struggling and there's not really a dang thing you can do to help them. You know, it's a crappy feeling, you know, but, you know, I can definitely send prayers and positivity and, you know, positive thoughts your way, man. And I've been doing it for sure. But this community is fantastic, man. There's so many people that are willing to give their shirt off of their back, you know, to help out others. You know, it's just absolutely amazing, you know, the positivity of this community. Oops. Well, guys, I think I'm going to give it, what, 10 more minutes and then call it. The fishing has really slowed down. I haven't seen any nibbles, even any investigatory strikes or nothing. I still see the fish in here. I still see that they're active. I can't see into the water, obviously. I don't have my glasses. But I can see the ripples and the waves and the action. I mean, these fish are actively feeding. I just don't know if carp are actively feeding right now. Like I said, man, if you guys want to catch carp, in my personal experience for the body of water that I fish in, I have the most success with carp from like 9 to 11, maybe 8 to 11, depending on, you know, the time of year. And then again from like 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock in the evening. You know, when the sun's out, you know, up high in the sky, that's when I always get, you know, a lot of good carp. But never when the sun's like at its, you know, hottest temperature of the day. Like from like 11 o'clock till 3, 4 o'clock, it's really hard to catch them. But I mean, you can, but you know, it's just more difficult. Yeah, KC, man, when I watched your guys' first attempt at an auction, when Paulie was in there helping you guys out, man, and to hear your guys' kids and stuff in the background, man, and, you know, knowing that you guys, you know, don't really have a place, you know, to live and didn't really know where work was going to come from and all that stuff, man, that's heartbreaking to hear, and if you don't want to, do anything you can, to help that person, you must not really have a heart or a soul. Because, I have a daughter, and luckily, my daughter and everything's taken care of, and they're getting by. But man, dude, when you think about people, and especially children, man, because children don't have a say-so, so, when there's children involved in stuff, especially, man, it broke my heart, man, to know that, you guys were struggling like that, and that you had those kids and stuff, but I'm glad that you guys got some help, and I'm glad you're working now. I heard you got, some work coming in, and you guys are getting things figured out, and, that's a blessing, man, and it's amazing to hear that, but children are everything, guys. Children, they're the future of our generation, man. Children are utterly important, and they're innocent, and they're precious, so anytime, you don't know where a kid's next meal is going to come from, that's something, to think about, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it definitely choked me up a little bit hearing that, man, and, knowing how bad you guys were struggling and how much, things that you guys need. It was difficult, man, very difficult to think about. I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I don't think we're getting a snow carp today. I think that last one, Jay Pylon, what's going on, brother? I think that last really, really big bite, and he spit the hook out, I think that was probably our last shot at a carp. Probably the last shot. How you doing, Jay? You doing good, man? Maple, there's a video on my channel, Maple, where I came out at midnight. I want to say I only made it till about 2:30 in the morning, man. I was out of here. And the whole time, man, my pole's getting lit up, dude. I'm getting bite after bite after bite. Nibble after nibble after nibble. And the entire time, dude, I'm just like looking around like, what was that? What was that? Anytime I heard a single sound, I was flipping out. I was jumping out of my britches. I actually built, it's actually right here in the same spot that I tried to do it. And I built a fire behind me, dude. I built a fire. It was crazy, man. I was terrified. I didn't make it, not 3 hours I didn't make it, dude. And I'm like, that's it. I'm out of here, dude. I'm done. I gave up. I ran out of here. It was pretty funny, man. It was really funny. But yeah, I'm too scared, man. Now give me some people with me, Maple, and I would love to, do some night fishing. But I was just ill prepared, man. I had flashlights. I had the camera going. I had my pole in the water. I just had way too many things going, to do any of them properly. The fishing was done improperly. The video capturing was done improperly. The narrating was terrible. It was just, I had my hands way too full, and on top of that, I was scared crapless, man. I was ready to crap my pants at any minute, dude. I mean, just the slightest branch breaking, man, had me jumping around, holding my knife out like, who's there? It was hilarious. It was honestly hilarious. Yeah, KC, I've laid floors, man. I've done carpet and tile. And I was a flooring guy for a while, man. The one thing about flooring, man, it'll mess up your back and it'll mess up your knees, too. At the end of a hard day, dude, KC, I didn't know if my back hurt worse or my knees hurt worse. I honestly couldn't tell you. They both sucked. But yeah, it'll tear your back and knees up for sure, but man, if you're with somebody who's paying you fair, there's a lot of good money to be made in flooring, man. You know, but the people I was working for, they weren't really paying me fair. I was getting $50 a day, which, I mean, it was under the table $50 a day, so it wasn't terrible. But at the same time, man, $1,000 a month is, you know, it's just not a lot, you know. Dang, Alan, that's intense, brother. Alan Scott, welcome to the stream, man. I'm glad to have you here today. But yeah, that right there, that says all you need to know about doing flooring for sure. It made me join the Navy. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But yeah, I enjoyed doing flooring. I just figured for the wear and tear and the stress, man, you know, on your body and stuff, I felt like I was worth more than $50 a day. You know, I mean, now give me up to $80 a day and now we're talking. You know, but $50 a day working 10-hour days, you know, that's $5 an hour. It just wasn't worth it. You know, we'd go and do, you know, 4 apartments in one day. And it's like, man, you guys are taking a lot of money off the top, and I'm just getting like $5-6 an hour. But it was a job, and you know, at the end of the day, a job is a job is a job is a job. You know, you got to have a job. I need to get a job. I don't have one right now. I need one in the worst way. But you know, something's always better than nothing, guys. You know, it's bad to have an attitude like, oh, I'm better than that. You know, that's how I felt at the time, but that's a bad attitude to have, you know. You should be thankful that you're blessed with whatever you have. You know, because there's a lot of people out there that can't find work. You know, there's nothing in their area. You know, so you should be blessed and thankful for anything that you guys have. You know, even if you are underpaid, even if you are underappreciated. Ricky Clark, what's up, brother? Okay, Casey, well, that's good, man. That's good. Best thing I could tell you, have your wife give you a rub down, man. You know, some people take things for back. You know, I'm a strong believer in, you know, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you've struggled with addiction before, as well. And, you know, I'm a firm believer in staying away from, you know, any kind of substance you could take to make your back feel better. Because, myself personally, I have a very addictive personality, and it's easy for me to, get carried away and get out of hand. You know, if I were to take, like, you know, a Percocet or, you know, drink a beer or, you know, anything like that, you know, I could see myself getting out of hand and going off the deep end personally. Not saying that you're like that, but best thing I would do if my back hurt was get a rub down from the old lady and maybe rub on some Icy Hot. There you go, Casey. That's what's up, brother. Ricky Clark, I went to this thing called Emo Night the other night, Ricky. And I stood there, dude, and I waited like 4 or 5 hours from to play an Alkaline Trio song. They never did, brother. Never played one. Not the whole dang time. I was so mad. It was a good time, though, Ricky. They played a lot of other stuff. You know, like pop punk. You know, and different stuff, you know, and it was a good time. It was really fun. But you know how I am, dude. You know I like my Alkaline Trio. You know, and I was disappointed, you know, that they didn't play any Alkaline Trio. I thought about walking up on that stage and going up to the DJ and pointing to my arm where I got that tattooed. And pointing to my tattoo and being like, look, and like shaking my head up and down. You know, so she would get the message like, oh, I better play Alkaline Trio for this guy. But yeah, they never played any Alkaline Trio songs, man. I was bummed. Dinner time for you too, huh, Jay? Salon Pause pads. It's just menthol, not a drug. Helps the muscles. Heck yeah, Ricky. Yeah, it sounds like a good suggestion, Ricky, for sure. Yeah, Jimmy Eat World was pretty cool back in the day, Ricky.
Am I from the Maumee River? We're getting a bite, guys. I don't even know where the Maumee River is, Maple Street Aquatics. I've heard of it. But this is the Tuscarawas River we are fishing in. The Tuscarawas. I don't know what you mean, Casey Nation. Do I know him? Obviously not. But yeah, I know who he is. I'm familiar with his channel. He's a gentleman who lives up in Canada, and he's actually a really, really solid guy. He has a daughter by the name of Savannah. They're great people up there, big hockey fans. But, you know, they're just big in the hobby in general, Casey. Yeah, there you go, Chris. Yeah, Ricky Clark knows him. Northeastern Ohio. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Maple Street. I'm in Northeastern Ohio. But this is the Tuscarawas, not the Maumee. I know the Maumee's not too far from me, but I'm just not entirely sure where it is. Ricky Clark, dude, I believe you're a moderator, aren't you, Ricky? Feel free to drop his link right in the chat, Ricky. Like the link to his channel page. That way Casey Nation can subscribe to him and, you know, get updated and, you know, updated on when he posts stuff and what he's doing. But yeah, Ricky, if you have time, you know, and you're able to do it, feel free to drop his link right in the chat. And then KC can actually, you know, hit up his channel and... There you go. Lefty Luke, my brother! What's up, Lefty? How you doing today, man? I hope your day's going great. I hope life is throwing you nothing but roses. Nothing but sunshine and roses, my friend. Guys, I think I'm going to call it, guys. I think I'm going to call it. Oh, I just sat back down. I stood up to call it, and I sat right back down, guys. I said 7:30. I said I was done, but... I'm going to give it another 10 minutes, I think. Yeah, Maple Street Aquatics, I appreciate you, man. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, but if you got to go, I appreciate you stopping in. I really do appreciate that. You know, it means a lot. It's always good hanging out with you guys, and it's dark in Pennsylvania already, Ricky? I got a feeling, Ricky, we only got about 10 more minutes of daylight. It's crashing fast. But yeah, I always enjoy hanging out with you guys, man. I love hanging out with you guys. I love the conversations. I love hearing about, you know, your guys' days and what you guys have going on in your life. You know, it's always a lot of fun to, you know, get out here and talk to you guys. Yeah, for sure, Maple Street. Take care, brother. Oh, yeah, Ricky, when it's overcast, it was like that here yesterday, so that makes sense. But yeah, when it's overcast, you know, it's going to get darker out even faster, you know? Yeah, KC Nation, you should, you know, if you can't get a hold of him, I do not have his email. I do not think I don't have his email. Okay, Ricky Clark got it. But I was going to say, yeah, go over to his channel and check his About Me section of his page. A lot of times you can find him there. And if not, just leave a comment on one of his videos. Hey, I need your email. But it looks like Ricky Clark hooked you up there, man. So if you did not already see that, check out Ricky Clark's message. He says it's urbancardbreaks@gmail.com. Okay, Northwestern Ohio. Okay, Maple Street. He's gone. But that makes sense why I never heard of it. Well, guys, I might as well chum up the area since we're done for the day. Might as well chum it up. Throw out the rest of this pack bait so we can whip up a fresh one for tomorrow or whenever the heck I decide to go fishing. I don't know when that's going to be. Guys, I hate to reel it in when there's still bait on it, man. That's just... Let me try and chum this water up real good and see if I can't trick one of them into biting here. Maybe I ought not press my luck and maybe I ought to just call it. I'm gonna get this all chummed up.
I'll start getting my stuff packed up while I'm waiting here.
Oh, dude, Ricky Clark, that would be awesome, dude. If you're still in here, Ricky, that would be awesome. I would most definitely tune in for that, Ricky, for sure. Man, guys, I can see carp moving. Like, I've been fishing in here enough times and you know, to recognize the movement of carp. You know, what movements they make on the water. And there's carp swimming around moving right now eating. They're just not eating my bait. Yeah, that's a great idea, Ricky. That's a great idea, dude. It really is. That's what I'm using, Ricky Clark. Except I'm using panko, strawberry jello, and hominy, my friend. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm using, Ricky. Pretty similar to what I'm using. I don't know if I just got a bite or if a bat just flew. I mean, there was a bat that flew like really low across the water. And I don't know if he messed up my line or if I got a bite. Hard to tell if, yeah, Ricky Clark, for sure, you could eat it. You could eat it, dude. Yeah, chicken breath on PUBG, it is 7:42 p.m. It is now 7:43 p.m. But yeah, it's always good to have edible bait, you know, that's never a bad thing. Man, I'd like to know if that was a nibble or if that was the bat that flew by. I'm assuming it was the bat. I'm gonna have to assume it was the bat. Dan from Hot Cards. What's up, Dan? How you doing, brother? Yeah, Dan, I guess you have a point there. I've never eaten a worm on stream or any other time in my life, and don't plan on it. But yeah, as far as freshwater fish go, guys, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but all freshwater fish are edible. Like, you can literally pull them out of the water and eat them. Like, you don't have to cook them. All freshwater fish are edible. You know, straight out of the water. You just pull them out and slam them mofos. So if you're using fish, pretty much true. If you're using worms, that's pretty true. I can't think of a lot of things you'd be fishing with that aren't edible. Originally from Florida? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Man, these mosquitoes are starting to eat me, speaking of eating. Yeah, I think these carp are done, guys. I think they're absolutely done. You guys are emailing each other? Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, it'll be dark here in probably 15 minutes, chicken breath, if I get that long. You would do it live for 1,000 donation? And just what, whip a fish out of the water and just start eating it? Or the worm thing? That was a pretty decent sized fish up there across the river. Handful of worms? Heck yeah. I mean, I would probably do that for some donations. But realistically, yeah, I'm not eating any worms. Not happening. ASAP Fishing 1, how you doing, man? Good to see you in here. I hope you've been out there getting them bass, man. I haven't really seen anything from you lately, so I'm assuming you haven't uploaded recently, unless I somehow missed it somehow. But man, that shrimp challenge was a good one, my friend. And that actually inspired me. I never did it, obviously. But you guys know them cat treats, Temptations? I was wondering if I could fish with those. I was going to try it. I was going to call it Temptation Fishing Challenge. But obviously I didn't do that. I caught a real small channel catfish. And that was it, honestly. We've had some bites. We've had some nibbles. But nothing too serious. We got a really big bite, but unfortunately we didn't get the hook in him. And he would have been a big carp, you know, I could pretty much tell. But other than that, yeah, we got maybe a little, anywhere from 12 to 15 inch channel catfish. Just a real small guy. Yeah, dude, I don't know if you realized last time you were in here I shouted you out, and I think you gained a bunch of subs. I think you should have. But yeah, I shouted out your channel and mentioned how original and, you know, fun it was, you know. So this is the Tuscarawas River in Ohio. It's 121 miles of fishing fun. This river dumps into the Muskingum River, which then dumps into the Ohio River, which then dumps into the Mississippi River. So if you can name a fish, it would be in here. I mean, everything from pike to bluegill, man. If you can name it, it's in here. As far as freshwater, obviously. Now, if you... Yeah, I shouted out your channel, my friend. Now, obviously, if you name saltwater fish, they wouldn't be in here. But if you can name a freshwater fish, chances are it's in here, man. All right, guys, I think that's my cue. I stayed 20 minutes longer than I was intending to. But I don't think it's going to happen today, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pack the rest of my stuff up. And we're going to be ending this in just a minute here. Yeah, no problem, dude. Like I said, I really enjoyed your video, my friend. Alan Scott, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, the fish ate good today. You're right about that, Smuggler. You are right about that, my friend. But yeah, I enjoyed your video and your channel, man. You know, there's a lot of people on YouTube that are inauthentic and, you know, not very genuine. I like to think that I'm a very genuine person. You know, if I'm not a huge fan of your channel, I'll just not say anything. I won't be mean, but, you know, I won't say anything. But yeah, I'm genuinely a big fan of your channel, man. You got some great content, and you're a young kid going out fishing. What's not to love about that? You know, I'm 31, so to see that there's younger kids out there still loving fishing and doing fishing instead of drugs it's a positive message, man. So I like your channel, dude, for sure. And if there's anybody in here right now who hasn't grabbed his channel, go over and grab it. He's a good kid. He makes high quality content, and it's a lot of fun. And I almost left my pliers behind. I would have been so angry. Like, no! All right. Ooh, snap. All right, I got it all packed up, guys, except for the pole. Kelsey, we didn't catch a dang thing but that channel catfish, babe. I'm actually packing up right now, and I'm going home, sweetheart. I'm reeling in my pole right now as we speak. Somehow I got a bunch of weeds on there, but I guess that's weeds that I don't have to pull out later, right? I will have to re-equip my line with a new bumper slider, bumper stopper, or whatever they're called, because this one right here is not allowing my weight to slide freely, and I think that might actually be tipping off the fish and why we haven't had any luck. I definitely think that has something to do with it. So when I get home, I'm going to swap out a brand new slide for my weight. We're out of here, guys. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for everybody tuning in to another episode of Fishing with Phil. I am your host, Joe Camel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. I appreciate every single one of you. Is there grass in this river? I would assume that there is. Yes, there's actually a lot of weeds and a lot of hang-ups and really, really tall grass literally in the river. And it's a pain in the butt to fish. That's why you see me fishing the bottom, like catfish and carp fishing more than anything. Because right now I don't have a vehicle to go fish all the places I want. But casting lures in here is such a pain. If you're not running a weedless hook or a weedless something like a Moss Boss, you're not going to have any fun and you're not going to catch nothing. It's absolutely covered in weeds and grass. It's insane. But guys, the phone's on 1%. I'm going to go ahead and kill this stream now. I appreciate each and every one of you who came in today. Go out there, do something nice for somebody else. Do something nice for yourself. And until the next time, be blessed.